G'day folks, this is Tony here, aka Crypto Aussie, back with another video. And today we had an AMA from Forex Shark. Finally, he's come out with all the details about what's happening with the piggy bank. This AMA literally went for 4 or 5 hours. So if you haven't got the time to sit down and listen to all that, and let's face it, who's got the time for that? You're in luck. Because I've listened to several hours of it today and I've drilled it down to the key points in just a few minutes. So let's go through those real quick. Starting with the animal farm and the piggy bank. Relaunch date is next Thursday, April 21st. Time to be confirmed. There will be a new capital bonus, which will be 20% bonus on new capital in the first 48 hours. So if you've got some more capital you want to put in, that'll be the time to do it. There's been some questions about a price dump on relaunch. People worried about pigs and dogs just being sold off. According to Forex, over 80% of the pigs are locked up in the piggy bank, plus there's a bunch more in the pig pen, which are long-term holders. So he sees no chance of a price dump on relaunch. And with dogs, they have the ability to put the tax up, which he flagged that they would do. So it's unlikely to have a dump on dogs too. In terms of additional capital, you've still got millions in collateral rehypothecation earnings, which he plans to use or put to work in the pig pen to reward long-term holders. And there's also a bit of talk about listing pigs and dogs on an exchange, a central exchange. So in his view, there's positives and negatives to that. So he's really interested in listing on a major one, and he called out Binance and KuCoin as two potentials for that. So that's essentially Animal Farm Piggy Bank. I think the big news that everyone wants to know, the relaunch date, it is next Thursday, April 21st. He talked in a bit of detail about scratch tickets as well. Now, I did a video yesterday on scratch tickets, so there's a lot of detail in that. So make sure to go back and check that out if you're interested in how the scratch tickets will work. But essentially, they're like scratch tickets that you get at a gas station where you just scratch off and see what prize you won. 60% of the revenue from selling those tickets will go to the immediate prizes, and there'll be 4 levels of prizes. At the lowest level, getting your money back all the way up to a jackpot. A percentage of the revenue from those scratch tickets will be used to buy back drip, dogs, pigs, depending on where the user bought the ticket to support those tokens. The big thing for me in this one, though, is that even if you lose, you still potentially win, because every scratch ticket is an NFT. And that means that if you have a losing ticket, you can keep it, and it will entitle you to a share of the revenue over time. And Forex flagged that even people who even get winning tickets but the lower level of rewards might choose not to redeem those rewards in order to keep the ticket and earn a share of revenue going forward. He also mentioned that they're the only protocol that offers this, so they'll be looking to white label that to other projects as well. Looking ahead, what's in the roadmap for Drip? He's talked about the Drip UI quite a lot. It's based on Charles Schwab, so it's going for that more professional finance type of website. They're launching team competitions, so bi-weekly team competitions where a goal will be set centrally each week. Could be things like the most referrals, and the winning team gets airdropped Drip from the dev wallet. Airdrop system will be updated and improved. At the moment, if you want to airdrop multiple people, you need to do them all one by one. So this will give you the ability to be able to do it in bulk. And there's other projects that are on the agenda for Drip as well. So this is specifically looking at other developers developing on the Drip ecosystem or utilizing Drip tokens. And there's a few of those on the agenda as well. I won't go into those in detail here, but just know that they're coming down the track. A couple of other things that came up on the Drip roadmap. One is a bridge to other networks so that other networks can interface with the system. So that looks really interesting. Partnerships. So we know about some of the partnerships coming down the pipeline. There's PancakeSwap, there's Chainlink, and a bunch of others. So he talked about those again, and the focus will be going back to those once the piggy bank has been relaunched. He also said that he's extremely interested in building a lending protocol, which will include an algorithmic stablecoin, which is really interesting. Moving on, just a couple other things to cover off. First one is the team. So there's been some significant changes to the team. It's essentially been himself and his partner BB who've been developing the protocols up until now. He said BB was a little bit burnt out, so he's taking a bit of a break, but they've hired another core dev to work with Forex Shark. They've also added another dev who's purely quality control. So I thought this was interesting, where that dev is not involved in building the protocols, but is there to quality check and essentially audit the work. They've also hired a marketing comms person. So this is a full-time marketer who's been brought on to help with the piggy bank and with the future protocols as well. So changes to the team, which I think are really positive as well. The last thing to cover off is really he was asked about drip price action going forward. So what are his thoughts on what's going to happen with the drip price? We all know it's been trending down steadily over time. He pointed to the max payout. So drip is about to hit a year, which means that a lot of the people who got in right at the beginning and have been doing a lot of claiming will hit their max payout and they will no longer be able to claim from the system. So he said that's going to remove a lot of sell pressure. Talked about market cycles. And generally, because of everything that's coming down the pipeline, because that'll add more utility and add more demand, and because of the reduced sell pressure from max payouts being hit, he said, never been more bullish on drip. So that's it. They are the highlights. I think if you want to go back and listen to all 4 or 5 hours of it, be my guest. But I think you've got the key points there. The thing I'm really excited about is that Piggy Bank is opening back up after several weeks next Thursday. Be ready for that. Now, just because Forex is bullish and because I'm excited doesn't mean that you should necessarily invest. This is not financial advice. You need to do your own research and don't listen to anything that I say because I'm just some hair challenge guy on the internet who is making this video for education and entertainment purposes. That said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, drop a comment in the comments below, and make sure to hit the subscribe button to be notified when I drop videos in the future. That's it. See you next time.